What if everything we were taught about ancient history was wrong? Right now, locked in museums, buried under oceans, and hidden inside mountains, there are objects that should not exist. Not according to the history books, not according to science, not according to anything we think we know. These are not legends. These are not myths. These are real, physical, documented, and completely unexplained. Stay with me until the end, because the third one changes everything. Mystery 1, Antikythera Mechanism. The year is 1901. A group of Greek sponge divers is searching the seafloor near the island of Antikythera. They find the wreck of an ancient Roman ship, broken pottery, old coins, the usual. But then, one of them pulls up something strange, a lump of corroded bronze, fused with wood and encrusted with coral. It looked like junk. They almost threw it back. They didn't. When archaeologists began cleaning the object, something impossible appeared inside. Gears. Real, precisely cut, interlocking gears. Not art, not decoration, a machine. A machine that had been sitting at the bottom of the sea for over 2,000 years. This device, now known as the Antikythera Mechanism, was built to track the movements of the sun, the moon, and every known planet. It could predict solar eclipses decades in advance. It could calculate the cycles of the Olympic Games. In modern terms, it was a computer, built in ancient Greece, around 100 BC. Let that sink in. The next time anything remotely close to this level of mechanical complexity would appear in human history was over 1,000 years later. 1,000 years. That's not a gap in knowledge. That's an entire civilization erased. So who built it? Where did the knowledge come from? And here's the question that no one can answer. If they were capable of building something this advanced, what else did they create that we've never found? Because this was recovered by accident, by divers looking for sponges. How many others are still down there, waiting? Mystery 2, Baltic Sea Anomaly. In 2011, a Swedish diving team was mapping the floor of the Baltic Sea. Routine work, sonar equipment, nothing unusual expected. Then the sonar returned something that made no sense. A massive circular object, 60 meters wide, perfectly round, with sharp, defined edges, a flat top, and what appeared to be a ramp, like a staircase, carved into its side. The team stared at their screens in silence, because what they were looking at looked exactly like a UFO. They went down to investigate. That's when things got strange. The moment divers approached the object, their equipment began to malfunction. Lights flickered and died. Radio communication cut out completely. Compasses started spinning, not drifting, spinning. One diver reported losing consciousness briefly. Others described a silence underwater that felt wrong, unnatural, like the ocean itself had gone quiet around this thing. Scientists tried to explain it as a natural rock formation, but here's the problem. No known natural rock formation disrupts electronic equipment. No known geological process creates a perfect 60-meter circle with defined edges and a ramp. And no natural structure sits in complete isolation on a flat seafloor like it was placed there. To this day, the object has never been fully investigated. It remains at the bottom of the Baltic Sea, untouched, unexplained, and according to the divers who saw it, waiting. What is it? We genuinely don't know, and that might be the most unsettling answer of all. Mystery 3, Sacsayhuamán Walls. High in the Andes Mountains of Peru, just outside the ancient city of Cusco, there is a wall. Not a tall wall, not a decorated wall, just a wall. But this wall has been making engineers and archaeologists deeply uncomfortable for over 500 years. Because by every law of physics and engineering, it should not be possible. The stones are enormous. Some weigh over 100 tons, heavier than a fully loaded commercial aircraft. They are cut with impossible precision. The joints between them are so tight, so exact, that you cannot slide a razor blade between them. No mortar, no cement, no binding material of any kind. Just stone, locked against stone, in a three-dimensional puzzle that has never shifted, not even by a millimeter. The civilization that built this was the Inca, a people with no iron tools, no steel, no wheels, no written language. A civilization that, according to history, was still in the Stone Age. And yet, when modern engineers attempted to recreate just one section of this wall, using cranes, laser-guided cutting equipment, and computer modeling, they failed. They could not achieve the same precision, with all of our technology, with everything we know. But here is what is truly unexplainable. Peru sits in one of the most seismically active regions on Earth. Earthquakes have devastated this area for centuries. Buildings made of concrete have crumbled. Modern structures have collapsed. The Sacsayhuamán Wall has never cracked, not once, in 500 years. So ask yourself, who really built this? Because the answer that history gives us doesn't fit. And deep down, I think you already know that. 3 objects, 3 mysteries, 0 explanations. And these are just the ones we've found. Just the ones that survived. Just the ones that someone happened to stumble upon by accident. Imagine what's still out there. If this made you question something, good. That's what it's supposed to do. Subscribe, because next time, we go deeper.